Okay, so we're going to show you what we do to calibrate the sensors. First off, you take the short straight, and I've updated it. I have added a few things. I've added, if you can see, a thin white line down the middle. I've also grayed out two of the outer ones so that the dark black is only the two middle segments, and that works better for my printer. Then I put a horizontal line here that you can use to make sure that that you've lined it up correctly when you put it underneath the car. It's not cocked off to one side. I also, as you can see, have printed up a sheet. I'm going to post this sheet that's got tick marks every 2 millimeters. I'm not sure you need to do every 2. Every 4 would be work okay. I've tried that. And it seems to work all right, but the way you do it is you put this thing down here and you line that thin white line in the middle of the path up with the first tick mark, and then you take a look at these at the guidelines, the perpendicular guidelines, and they should be parallel to the tops of those tick marks. So now you know you're perpendicular. Then what do you do? Well, you've got this running. This is running and taking data. But what you want to do is you want to clear the output, because all that data you up there isn't of any use. Clear the output, and now you want to go over to the show the timestamp, and when you're ready to go, you hit the timestamp and take maybe 5 readings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hit the timestamp. And now that marks the 5 that you want for this position. I've put a delay 1000 in the code so that it prints out only once every second. And so I take another set of readings. Whoops, I gotta hit the auto scale first. Okay, show the timestamp, and we get the readings. And I'm doing every other one, and I think I got 5 there, okay. And so here we go. So yeah, so we've got this going like this. Take the time. Dang, I keep moving this cursor. And 7, okay. And I just go across and take a bunch of readings like that. Okay, so I've already done that, and so now I'm going to show you what I do with that. So we stop the auto scroll, and then we go back up to the top, and we just grab everything and copy it. So you go up here, and you just take everything that's there, and you do a Command C or Control C, you copy it, and what you want to do is to go over to put it into a Word, and I'll show you why you want to do that in 1 second here. But put it into Microsoft Word, and then if you go back up here, you take a look at where the timestamps were. There are you can see the little tab marks. Well, there is no tab mark between the end of the timestamp, which is this greater than symbol, and the first reading. And so Excel, it won't see that as a separate reading. So what you have to do is go into your editor, and I'll move this out of the way. You go into the editor, so for a Mac it's Command Shift H, and that's find and replace. So you want to find that greater than symbol, and you can see now that it's highlighted the greater than symbol, and you want to replace it with a Shift 6, which is a caret, and then a T. Now that's the signal to Word that you want to replace it with a tab character. And so now then you can say replace all, and it says it made 20 replacements. And so now there'll be a tab there instead of that greater than mark. So then you just do a Command All or Control All, and you select everything, you copy it, and then you go over to Excel. And this is the sheet that I got when I pasted that stuff in. Well, yeah, not quite. You paste it in, and it looks like, well, I'll go through it because, yeah. I'll start with a new sheet. You just paste this stuff in, and you can see now that you have an extra column where there was a timestamp. And so these are the readings, these are the ones that you want to take. So I take 5 and just take an average. Just take an average of the 5, and the way you can do that is just to type right here equals AVERAGE, open paren, and then you go over and grab these 5 right here and hit the check mark, and boom, you've got your average right there. And now you can do that for the other 7 sensors. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sensors. Now you've got all 8 averages. Wait a minute, I missed one. Okay, I think there's one more to go. Yeah, okay. So now I've got the 8 sensors, and you can do a Command C, and you can go down to the next one here and do a Command V, and bam, you've got the average for that reading. And so then you can go down for each one of these and do a Command V, and it computes the average of the 5 readings for each of the 8 sensors. So then you can take these numbers and you can copy them over to another sheet, which is what I did, but then you have to remove all of the rows in between. And when you remove all the rows in between, you get something that looks like, where am I? What, did I just write over? Oh, okay. You get something that looks like this. When you remove all of the blank rows in between, and then you can just copy them out. You just select them all, and you do an insert in Excel, and you ask for a line plot, and there you are. It just gives them to you just like that. So here are the readings. For the one that I did going completely across, and this is exactly what you want. You want it to peak up and then come down as the path goes underneath the sensor. For each one of them, you want it to peak up and then come down. But now you see this is very typical, is that the center sensors are always lower in output than the outer sensors, and we don't know why that is. It doesn't matter because you can normalize these, and I have a spreadsheet that shows you how you can do that, which I will post with other data, not with this data. I seem to have lost some data at the very beginning. I don't know what happened there, but the point is that you won't lose the data, and you'll have 8 peaks instead of, I only have 7 plus a half. So anyway, that's basically how you do this, and good luck, and I will post all of this for you.